morning, everyone. My name is Kenneth Gibson. I have been a firefighter with the Otsego County Fire Department now for 5 years. I have also worked 2 years with Frederick Fire down at Camp Grayling, the National Guard base. And for the last 3 years, I have been helping mentor the Fire 1 and 2 new recruits in their classes. Today, I will be talking to you about a crucial aspect of firefighting: forcible entry. As firefighters, we play a vital role in keeping our communities safe. Through effective forcible entry techniques, we can swiftly access structures. Our efforts can expedite making a rescue and controlling the fire. Saving time means saving lives. We must approach this task with dedication and skill, and stay motivated, knowing that our efforts make a real difference in the lives of those we serve. Moving into what I hope you take away today. After this lesson, it is my goal that you will be able to recognize times on scene that call for forcible entry operations. You'll be able to understand the anatomy of a door, and name a few of the push and pulling tools that firefighters use, as well as recognize a few of those functions those tools can provide. So forcible entry, in essence, is the ability to create access or egress to a structure for safe operations to continue. Your most important tool in these situations is your mind. You will have to analyze each situation differently based on the conditions observed by yourself and command. How much force or finesse you use will determine how many seconds or minutes will be saved. First, let's consider a few of the circumstances that require forcible entry. Imagine encountering locked doors during an emergency where occupants are trapped inside due to fire. Let me repeat that. Occupants trapped inside due to fire. Additionally, there may be moments where you need to access utilities, such as electrical panels or gas furnaces behind locked doors in basements. You may need to access these to mitigate further risks and ensure the safety of the occupants and your fellow first responders. You may be also called to medical emergencies and other situations that require your skills to gain access in the situation. In these critical moments, your ability to act swiftly and effectively is paramount. So what you see before you here, these are the who, what, why, and how of forcible entry. With the information obtained from dispatch, you will begin considering these variables on the way to the scene. When you arrive, you will immediately start to assess each element as you are carrying out your size up. With these considerations, you will be able to judge your necessary approach and adapt as needed. So now that we have gone through recognizing what scenes may call for forcible entry, you've thought about the things ahead of time as you come to the scene, now you've arrived at your door. Understanding the basic components of a door is fundamental in forcible entry operations. Doors consist of several essential elements, including the frame, hinges, the jamb, the lock set, and the door itself. Most common doors tend to be metal or wood and could feature panels, stiles, rails, or cores depending on the design and construction. The frame provides structural support and serves as the anchor of the door. The jamb's purpose is to stop the door from swinging inward beyond the frame. And the hardware found on doors are most commonly hinges, which allow for a swing action, freely opening and closing, are made from steel and anchor the door to the frame. The lock set consists of the spring latch, dead latch, and strike plate. This secures the door and prevents unauthorized entry. Having a comprehensive understanding of these cardinal components enables us to assess vulnerabilities and devise strategies for efficient entry. Now that we've evaluated the door, your next step is the assessment and your selection of the tools. What tools do you have on your apparatus or on your person? Which tool or combination of tools is appropriate for the situation at hand? And how do you safely utilize those tools to their full potential? These are the fundamental considerations of forcible entry operations. This brings us to the tools of the trade. Today, I want to focus on gaining entry by pushing-pulling techniques. 3 essential tools in these categories are the A tool, the shove knife, and the J tool. The A tool is a metal steel tool. You can see that its namesake here has forks. They're shaped like an A. This is a tool that is great for pulling cylindrical locks off of doors. Most commonly found in commercial settings, cylindrical locks will be of this shape, a cylinder with a lock set in the middle. The A tool slides over, and with the wedge aspect of the tool, as well as the lever acting as your fulcrum, the wedge, and then here you have a mechanical advantage to pull out that lock. Once that cylinder is out, you're able to access the locking mechanism. Here it is in the locked position. This is the mechanism of which you would see once the cylinder is pulled. And then you are able to manipulate that mechanism with a tool, screwdriver, and it falls. Now you're able to make entry. These cylinder locks are most commonly found in commercial settings like grocery stores on their double sliding glass doors, as well as other double doors. And moving on to the shove knife, this handy tool is specifically designed for outward swinging doors. So, here we have an outward swinging door. You can see we have our frame, solid core wood door. Ryan, we kind of went over some of the hardware. Can you name me what these are?
Those would be the hinges.
Hinges, very good. Since the hinges are on the outside, we were able to tell that this is an outward swinging door. If they were hidden, we would assume that it was an inward. The shove knife is a blade style tool that allows us to exploit the gap between the door and the frame. You see the strike plate right here, and I'm going to do this from the side so everyone can see. Here is the spring latch, as well as this small little piece here is called the dead latch. When the door is properly locked, the spring latch still can move, unless that dead latch is slightly depressed, it will not work. This is what prevents unauthorized entry. That dead latch would be sitting on this strike plate, and what we want to do to make entry is once the door's inside, you would apply force to the door and allowing that dead latch to depress inside of the strike plate. That allows us to insert our shove knife, come behind, and then just with a wiggle and a little bit of finesse, you depress the latch, and it will allow you to open the door. Next tool is the J tool. It's a very simple tool. It's made of rigid metal, shaped like a J. It's where it gets its namesake. And there's a couple varieties of them, and I have a video to show you of them in use. God, I gotta check the learning. Dan, can you name me what this tool here is?
I believe that would be called the shove knife.
Very good.
That is correct for 200.
So I have a video of the J tool. I'll just hit next and we'll play it.
Hit your space bar.
What time is he at?
He
I'm
is
doing good, Chet.
Is that 11?
Is that 11 already?
Dude, how are we gonna get like 2 more minutes out?
So we are in a commercial setting right now. We have glass double doors, and there's a thumb turn latch on the inside.
Of a crash bar. It's required by code, so it's compromised in security, but lets people get out when the zombies attack. So all we use is press that. Now on the outside, of course, our tool works exactly the same. You slide it in through the crack between the doors. You can kind of feel around and you can find out exactly where that bar is. And once you do, you pull and you get that bolt to retract. Too easy, it's fairly intuitive, but that's the purpose of the glass door. You can see exactly what's going on. All we're going to do is work our tool through the glass, through the gap, and then we're going to turn it, and you can see we're engaging with that quick release. Now the door is locked. So let's go ahead and see how easy it is to do the bypass. And that, my friends, is all there is to it.
So both J tools utilize the weakest exploit, which is the gap between the doors. If the gap isn't big enough, you can wedge that gap. There are wooden wedges, metal wedges. I would not use a wooden wedge on the glass doors. They do make air wedges as well. A small little pillow that you can squeeze in and rubber and it will expand. Both are very efficient at gaining access with little to no damage. So, quiz time. Chad.
Yo!
Chad.
What's up?
What item is not a component of a door?
A curtain.
Very good. Very good. Bourgeois told me to put cat. So, when you're doing forcible entry operations, wouldn't be a fire 1 and 2 class if we didn't talk about safety. Safety is of the utmost importance. Wear your PPE, no matter the situation or the urgency of the call. Maintain scene safety. Know where your tools are, clean them, and be sure to put them back where they belong. That way, you know, and the next guy knows exactly where they are, ready to be deployed on the next emergency. In conclusion, forcible entry is a vital skill that requires both knowledge and proficiency in utilizing the right tools for the job. By understanding the situations that warrant forcible entry, the components of a door, and the tools at our disposal, we can better prepare ourselves to respond effectively and safely to emergencies. As a result, we are able to serve our communities with excellence. Are there any questions?
No.
No questions whatsoever, guys?
No. I
Okay,
thought it was pretty good.
awesome.
Oh,
Thank you for your time. Let's continue to stay vigilant and answer the call. If you need to get a hold of me or have any questions or would like to play with the door props at any point in time, feel free to contact me here either at my email or my phone number. I'm available anytime. Thank you so much.